Nigeria has launched a campaign to flush out Islamist militants from bases in its border areas. This comes a day after President Goodluck Jonathan declared a state of emergency across the country's troubled northeast. The president also promised to send more troops to fight what he says is an open rebellion by Islamic extremists. CCTV's Galang has more.
It has become necessary for government to take extraordinary measures to restore normalcy. After wide consultations and in exercise of the powers conferred on me by the provisions of Section 305, subsection 1 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999 as amended, I hereby declare a state of emergency in Borno, Yobe, and Adamawa states.
Taking charge in the wake of worsening insecurity, Nigeria's leader now says extremists have crossed the line. Since 2010, more than 1,600 people have been killed in attacks by militants in Nigeria. President Goodluck Jonathan's public television address and announcement offers the starkest vision of the ongoing violence, often downplayed by security forces and government officials due to political considerations. Borno, Yobe and Adamawa are now to receive more troops, though the president stated that he will not remove state politicians from their posts.
We are taking robust steps to unravel and address the root causes of this crisis, but it would appear that there is a systematic effort by insurgents and terrorists to destabilize the Nigerian state and test our collective resolve.
Meanwhile, violence pitting different ethnic groups against each other continues, with clashes that kill dozens. In addition, scores of police officers and agents of the country's domestic spy agency were recently slaughtered by a militia. One of the main Islamic groups fighting Nigeria's weak central government is Boko Haram, whose name means Western education is sacrilege in the Hausa language of Nigeria's north. The group has said it wants its imprisoned members freed and strict Islamic law adopted across the multi-ethnic nation of more than 160 million people. Galang, CCTV.
Now, for more on Nigeria's state of security, we're joined live by Mr. Tunji Omotola, the chairman of the Nigerian nationals living in the diaspora. Now, Mr. Tunji, President Goodluck declared a state of emergency on Tuesday, and however, it's not the first time he's done so. What's your reaction to this latest move?
Well, my reaction to this is very simple. The president had to take the steps because every day in the last few weeks, we've seen Boko Haram killing innocent civilians, wanton destruction of lives and property, even resorting to kidnappings and releasing people from prison and killing security forces. So I believe the time is now right for the president to take these bold steps to be able to show that he's willing to take the fight to the Boko Haram because they're killing with impunity.
Now, Mr. Omotola, now that the campaign's been launched to flush out these Islamist militants across the border areas, do you think the deployment of more troops will make any difference?
Well, I believe that if you look at what President Bush did in Afghanistan and also President Clinton, where they increased the military surge, what that does is it reduces the casualties on the civilian side, and also they have to go after these criminals who are killing people on a regular basis. I believe it will make a difference. I believe they have to go after the leadership of Boko Haram and show the world that they're ready to stamp out terrorism because it's affecting our country's image. And the time is now, and the state of emergency surely will put the Boko Haram back on their feet.
Now, previously there was talk about amnesty, and now this fresh campaign has been launched. Why has it been so difficult to contain these militants?
It's very difficult to contain militants who have mastered their terrain. A lot of these guys are living in the desert. They come in under the cover of night and foist havoc, and they run away back into the caves or the deserts where they come from. They're working in cells. They're not working as a large group. They're working in independent cells, and they're very determined, and some of them are religious fanatics, and they will go to any length to embarrass the president and also to cause havoc in the country. And that's why it's very difficult. But the government has to resolve now to contain them and make sure that the country is safe, and this is why they've declared a state of emergency. Well, you got to remember, it's only in 3 states out of 36 states in Nigeria, and mostly in the northern part, which is the northeast, where is Borno State, Adamawa State, and Yobe State in particular.
All right, Mr. Omotola, we'll have to leave it there. We're speaking to Tunji Omotola, the chairman of Nigerians Nationals Living in Diaspora. Thank you very much.